What up, internet? So this is really something that I've never done before, a more unscripted affair, talking about that big Switch presentation from a couple nights ago. I'm hoping that for 2017 I can make some content that's a little bit easier to edit. Here's hoping for the future, but as far as this is concerned, I was waiting for this event for what feels like forever, not just the little month and a half that we knew this specific thing was going to happen, but ever since we knew the phrase NX. I was waiting for the first big show that would reveal a lot of games and a lot of hardware features, and we got that, and I'm gonna talk about it. Unlike a traditional thoughts on video, I have 5 takeaways from the Switch presentation. Let's go. Alright, first and foremost, the Switch is coming out very soon. It's coming out March 3rd. People were speculating March 17th. They went ahead and pushed it up 2 weeks. And just to time it in line with the presentation itself, that's only 7 weeks after the presentation. That is a very, very short turnaround, and quite frankly, I don't care. I would much rather that than now waiting a year to get the thing, or the holidays. We've been waiting long enough. It's coming out very, very soon for $300, which I guess segues to... Number 2, expensive controllers. So the console itself, for $300, I find that to be acceptable, quite frankly. A speculation as well was saying that it would be $250, which, sure, cheaper is always nicer, but given how much technology is, I guess, in the different Joy-Con controllers and whatnot, I feel like $300, that seems reasonable to me. I don't really mind that, per se. There's no pack-in game, that kind of sucks, but, you know, for that, it's fine. The controllers are where things change. A pair of Joy-Con controllers goes for $80, a Pro controller goes for $70, and a single Joy-Con goes for $50. That's a lot of money for a controller. The PlayStation 4 controller goes for about $55 to $60, and if you've watched the presentations after the main presentation, it's really apparent that the Joy-Con has some extra technology in it. It has like a little camera that points out on one of them. It has this special HD rumble, they're calling it, which is just some sort of special force feedback. There's a lot of technology in these little controllers. So, I guess maybe that justifies it. I don't know if the Pro controller being $70, it has gyroscope in it. Can't say that for the Wii U. So, that's nice. And the Pro controller is going to be highly desired. I'm assuming they're actually selling the Switch at a loss. And this is going to try making up for the price. That's my thinking. That's my business thinking there. I could be entirely wrong, but yeah, it's gonna be expensive. Bleh. Number 3, and this could totally be speculation on my part, E3 could be huge. So, I don't want to be that guy who, like, people are disappointed in a conference, or let's say a Nintendo Direct, and they'll always say, just wait till the next one. That's not what I'm really saying here. I'm saying Nintendo is in a very unique position. They talked about a console, and by the time it releases, there's only 3 months until E3. So, going into this presentation, I figured just maintain a little bit of hype for those first 3 months, and then at E3, we're gonna see some stuff that you weren't expecting, and I fully believe that, because there's no way Nintendo has been this incompetent to just not be developing games for the Wii U, like, oh, we forgot how to make games. No, they have a bunch of companies that are clearly working on stuff, like Retro Studios, Intelligent Systems, Alpha Dream. Who knows what other third-party collaborations they got going on. And I feel like in combination with that, as well as some potential third-party support, E3 could be one of the biggest showcases for Nintendo in a long time, and it all hinges on one possible marketing strategy. They've already been marketing really well by not really showing kids in their advertisements. They're clearly maturing up their audiences a little bit, which that alone, quite frankly, is exciting. But if they simply market their third-party games as you can do the same thing as those guys, but take it on the go, I think that could be huge if done correctly. Who knows? It's a very slippery slope, but I'm hoping. Number 4, just to call out one single solitary game, Zelda Breath of the Wild. Let me tell you something. That trailer was quite frankly one of the greatest video game trailers I've ever seen in my entire life. And there's been a lot of really good trailers that make you not only get excited for the game, but just excited to watch the trailer. And people will always go back to that infamous is bad, that famous Twilight Princess trailer from E3 2005, I think? I may have my year wrong on that, but where the crowd just absolutely lost their minds. The initial Melee trailer was pretty exciting too. There's a bunch of others that I could be throwing out there. But this Breath of the Wild trailer, not only was it epic because it was cut extraordinarily well, the music was fantastic, we saw a bunch of stuff that we hadn't seen before. It comes in at a time where me and my buddies were all thinking, I've seen enough of this game. I want it. Let me play the game, and I'm sick of watching trailers. Just let me consume it into my veins. And then they went ahead and showed like so much plot development, a bunch of new characters, some epic action. I did not expect this from this game. Or maybe I did expect it from the game, but not from this trailer. That was an amazing trailer. And then just to end off, that it's coming out on launch. Mwah. Mwah. And lastly, but definitely the most important, the games themselves. Now here's the thing. A lot of people will constantly say, oh, the console has no games. It's just something that people will always say, doesn't matter what console it is, what era it's from, if it's a console, a portable, doesn't matter. If the launch lineup in particular doesn't have at least 4 or 5 games, it's a bad, they screwed up, it's a bad launch, how you messed up, Nintendo or X company. Here's the thing. I've written out a list of games that are currently confirmed for the Switch. I'm just gonna rattle them off because all of these games look good, and there's at least 20 in here, and if they do all come out this year, this is gonna be one of the best Nintendo years in a long time, and that's not including what they're gonna announce at E3, which once again, could be huge. So, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart 8, the definitive version of that game, Splatoon 2, didn't think they'd pull out a sequel like that, Xenoblade 2, same, Fire Emblem Warriors, I loved Hyrule Warriors, Fire Emblem is also awesome, boom. ARMS, new IP, you don't need the motion controls, so sweet, that's gonna be really fun. Dragon Quest XI for a big RPG, Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2, that's just a good deal because that's 2 games in 1. Octopath Travelers, by the same guys who did Bravely Default, and it has an awesome art style. A port of Lego City Undercover, legitimately a fantastic Lego game. Rime, a cool looking indie game. Bomberman, the return of Bomberman, rising from the ashes. I thought I would never see Bomberman again, and out of nowhere here's Super Bomberman R, and it looks awesome, and it's coming out on launch. So, yeah, Zelda, it looks pretty cool, but Bomberman is back. And I ain't even done with this list yet. Sonic 2017, Sonic Mania, Monster Boy, and Wonder Boy, which are both very, very old school, Master System-esque platformers that look fantastic. Ukulele, not directly confirmed yet, but I mean, it's gonna happen. Snipper Clips, another new IP that's a little bit of a co-op puzzle game that if you watch the gameplay, it actually looks pretty cool. Puyo Puyo Tetris, an awesome puzzle game. And Taiko Drum Master, which normally that series has done really well in Japan on the Wii U and 3DS. It's still going. In fact, there was like a Taiko Drum Master RPG on the 3DS, but it didn't really matter because the consoles were region locked. Alas, the Switch is region free, so even if they never localize Taiko Drum Master, maybe there's a chance they may not even localize Dragon Quest Heroes, because sometimes they'll just do something like that. It doesn't matter, because you can just import it and you can have an awesome time on your Nintendo Switch. Those are my 5 takeaways from the Switch. You can take this little list I had, and we're gonna wrap this up. So, 5 takeaways from the Switch. I'm excited. It's less than 7 weeks away for this awesome console. I get to play Zelda, and I get to play Bomberman. And then Mario Kart comes out in April. Splatoon comes out over the summer. Over the summer as well will be E3, where we'll probably see the 3rd version of Pokemon Sun and Moon. We'll probably see a new Metroid. There's no way they're not working on a new Metroid at this point. It's Kirby's 25th anniversary, so there's a legitimate chance we'll see a new Kirby game. quite frankly, if Nintendo is gonna go into all answering dreams mode, I almost expect a new Earthbound game. Ah, but he said there won't be a new Mother game 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago. He said there wouldn't be a Mother 4. We're gonna get a new Earthbound game. They may even pull out Star Tropics. They're not gonna pull out Star Tropics. So yeah, this was a bit of a different video. It feels nice to just sort of just be loose on camera, not be completely scripted. It feels nice. It feels cathartic, one would say. It's also really late, which is why I'm probably seem a little bit too high-strung, because I just had some caffeine, so I'm like, that extra burst of energy before I just collapse into my bed. Yeah, let me know what you think about stuff like this. I may pull this out again when E3 comes around. Won't do it too often. And I got more actual videos coming soon, so look forward to that. Thank you for watching. Potentially I'm gonna round about, say, the 20th or 25th Switch reaction video you've seen yet. And yeah, I'm getting tired. It's Switch party. Woo! Bye. The hell? This was a weird video.